Replacing the diaphragm on your Mudsucker 3BDD or 4BDD series is a simple procedure that can be accomplished in 10 minutes per diaphragm. First, lock out all power sources, then isolate the pump from the plant piping and drain the entire pump so that there is no pressure. The first step is to remove the steel mesh safety guard. Remove the 4 bolts that hold the clamping ring to the pump body. Lift the clamping ring off and rest it on the side of the hub or gearbox. Rotate the crank hub to the upstroke or 12 o'clock position. Unscrew the pump rod from the bearing rod end and remove the diaphragm assembly. Using a vise clamp, unscrew the 7/8 nut and remove the flat washer, sealing washer, lower clamping plate, and diaphragm. Install the new diaphragm and existing clamping plate. It is best to mark the cast nib location so that the upper plate correctly locates into the registered locking location. A new sealing washer should also be installed. Then torque the 7/8 nut to 150 foot-pounds. Now, screw the diaphragm assembly into the bearing rod end. Rotate the hub and crank so it is in the downstroke or 6 o'clock position. Screw the diaphragm assembly down so that the outer lower ribbed lip of the diaphragm is slightly touching the top of the pump body. It is a good idea to temporarily install 2 screws to prevent the pump body spacer from moving during this adjustment. It is important to remember that this procedure will determine the correct stroke length, so ensure that the outer edge of the diaphragm is equally centered 360 degrees. Also ensure that the lower outer rib lip of the diaphragm is slightly contacting the top of the pump body. This will ensure that the diaphragm does not stretch or fail under normal operation. Now, reinstall the clamping ring. Torque the bolts to 150 foot-pounds. Tighten the upper 7/8 nut to ensure that the rod is locked in position. Now, reinstall the safety guard and your pump is ready to go. For technical support on all Mudsucker diaphragm pumps, contact us today at 1-888-829-2783 or visit wastecorp.com.